Won't talk too long. What is it? Almost 7:30, I guess. Good morning to whoever's here. I don't know if anybody's there, but I'm just trying to get to my. Just want to check YouTube channel, make sure it's going because the thing is it's a lot of the. You're always tweaking something, right? And I still can't get the chat going. Gotta figure this out. So I hope the sound is good. Don't need that either. So yeah, today's what, Wednesday? So Wednesday I got class in an hour, like it's 7:30, so class is at 9:30 and 7:30 here. So I wake up early every day. It's kind of annoying. I can't seem to sleep past like 6:30. It's like I'm up, big yawn and stuff. Oh, I get rid of something. Had the alarm going 7:30. Would have been easier to deal with. Yeah. So right now I'm just trying to. I want to find my channel for a second and just check and see if. Yeah, I got to change name too. So that's something else to do. I haven't figured out what to call it. Going from fish farming, Florida life, family life to semi-retired, I guess. What are we gonna call it? So, anyways, so I got to look at that. Trying to find source of income right now. Applying for jobs. So far, nothing really. Yeah, not that exciting. So, I don't speak Japanese, so finding a job is hard, really hard. So let's see, is anything in here going? Go look at the live stream, see if there's anything. So this is going. So yeah, so I just want to see if the sound is good. So, but yeah, can't do that too long. It's not gonna mess up my thing. So I'm go over here. All right, so let's see what I'm doing. Yeah, I can't figure this chat out. So it's there, but it's not there. Anyway, like I say, you're always tweaking. You're always trying to figure stuff out, and it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Yeah. So yeah, just started streaming a little bit. I haven't checked. Most people like with so in Florida. Yeah, so it's at night, right? So, but it's not everybody's gonna watch my stuff or at least street looking. Like I say, I haven't even marketed my stuff. I was trying to see if I can come up with like maybe the platform is wrong. I don't. YouTube's okay. It's just I think my name is wrong, and then I have to come up with descriptions and figure out how to promote live streaming so I can have conversation with my friends in Florida and Canada and things like that. So that's why I stream at this hour. So right now it'd be 6:30 in the evening. So they're 13 hours behind. So yeah, so it'll be 6:30, and then go from there. And so yeah, so we're here. We got school at 9:30, but I got to leave here by 8:30. So I'm all ready. My lunch is made. My homework is sort of done. Well done. I'm just gonna have to go through a bit of this stuff, and which is language, Japanese conversation. So yeah, I'm just trying to get organized and trying to get a path. Right, the path was it's still difficult. So getting out of the comfort zone, the yeah, out of my comfort zone completely. So I'm trying to figure out, yeah, which direction to take. Finding income source is an important one. I won't be able to cover all the bills with jobs, but if I can get small small hours of jobs so I can either pay food or pay transportation, things like that. So I wanted to go here. So I got myself a new set of slides. So they're mixed. So a lot of slides are kind of mixed. So I'm gonna have to fix that. So right now I'm still in the streaming software. So I'm gonna go and I gotta fix the frame. Yeah, the frame's good, I guess. Yeah, at one point they're gonna have to be cut, trimmed, but they're not made for streaming. They're just like random pictures from phones and cameras. So yeah, pictures of Jonah, comes up and visit, and then so I make breakfast and things like that. So I just keep going. Right? I just keep doing stuff and trying to sort out pictures, trying to sort out video. I got so many videos. I got so many pictures, and a lot of stuff I've accumulated over the years is just stacked up on flash drives, right? And so I got to go through that videos and pictures. So right now I stored a bunch of pictures of Jonah here, and then when we were in Japan doing stuff, and so yeah, it gets you a good idea. We're just trying to both of us trying to find ourselves. Like he's doing his own stuff in Okinawa, I'm doing my stuff here, and we get stuff done. But we don't see each other every time because he's so far away. But we talk to each other. I talk to Hugo too, the son, and in Montreal, and Kyla's a little different. She's in Nova Scotia, so I have to figure out more of the time to get a hold of her. But Japan is not easy. It's a big change from Florida to here. Weather's different, food's different, living is different. Uh, Everything's different, right? Language is the big barrier. There's classes here, classmates, karaoke. Yeah, you're trying to figure out ways to socialize. I'm a lot older than they are. They're all in their 20s, maybe some 30s and stuff. And they're all good people, from all over, right? All the classmates are not Japanese, right? The teachers are Japanese. They're all there to learn Japanese. These are some Taiwanese, Philippines, and stuff like that. And we got some couple of guys from Turkey, and we got guys from Brazil. We got some Americans. So we got a lot of different people. Uh, yeah, we got people from India. We got people. Yeah, like I say, there's a lot of different cultures in the same class. So it makes it interesting when we have conversation. You see where they come from, and you see, their struggles and what they're looking for and stuff like that. That's Pierre is France. That's true. She's Chinese. So we got that's karaoke. A little bit too much drinking for Pierre. He's from France. I shouldn't even say France. He tells me I said Marseille. So big difference. Marseille is completely different. That's okay. So yeah, so there's a lot of Pierre's the one dragging me out. Sometimes he tells me I have to meet locals, and to meet locals you gotta get out. And he drinks a little too much for me, but I don't really drink, so I just pretend to. So there he is again, and shoes up there, right? So she's Chinese, and then you got other people everywhere, right? So those are the classmates, and he's from Turkey, the other one's from China, and then he's from America, right? So US. So you get a lot of mixtures, and we're just traveling into little parks and little attractions. A lot of it is touristy, but that's how you get to talk to people and meet them and stuff like that. Weather's been so hot though; it's like in the hundreds, baking. Today's not too bad though. Today is still about 85 outside, so we're doing all right. And then I got to check chat. Yeah, chat greetings. Yeah, so fish farm guy. So yeah, so that's Turkey. I don't remember all the countries from Turkey. I think all of these are from Turkey, and then and go from there. So yeah, she's from Taiwan, stuff like that. That's Lynn. So and then a lot of that is teacher. That's my main teacher, and then yeah, so classrooms. Another teacher. So I got three teachers in class, three different teachers. They're not all at once. Like today, got this one today. To say which one it is. But anyway, so the classes are pretty simple. They're a lot of it is reading and listening the first class, and doing exercise for vocabulary and stuff like that. And the second half of the class is uh, talking, right? Communication, conversation. Basically, I'd say conversation. Here's my classmates again, different ones, from another class. Those are not really good. You got Korea, you got China, you got Canada, you've got the Philippines, uh, America, and then, yeah, can't think of everything else. And so, yeah, having fun, trying to discover and getting off my comfort zone. That's the big thing. Is being out of my comfort zone is the big thing, and that's what's hard for me because I got so many habits that I've just going through that I can't seem to. It's not like breaking them, but trying to improve and then trying to be open, trying to understand how the world works. There's a lot of you meet so many different people here. Like it's literally a mixture. You got people from Bangladesh, you got people from Vietnam, you got people from India and Nepal, and you name it, and Sri Lanka, and you know Turkey, Argentina, Brazil, yeah, Portugal, Turkey, Taiwan, Philippines, Hong Kong. We have a one classmate from Hong Kong. So yeah, these are the classmates, So we all hang out pretty good. We get along real well, even though I'm a different stage in my life there. We all get along pretty well, because we're all trying to find the same route, figure out where we're going, right? And then divorce. There's two from Brazil, so and then yeah, there you go, And Bruno here was from France, and Green, and so all people from everywhere. So everybody has stories, everybody has their struggles, everybody has their worries, and they're all trying to look at options, right? So we're here learning a new language, see if there's anything here we can do. That none of them are as convinced. We're still in the it's a adapting phase, out of a comfort zone. We all had to make big choices. When you're here, you can't really leave, right? You're stuck. The attendance is important. You can't miss many classes. You have to get the work done, and so it's definitely like I'm not used to a lot of stuff. I used to shop a lot. That's Natsumi. We'll see her once in a while. She's at the Yakiniku little pub grilling things. So she's pretty cool. She's like 21 or something, 22. Hugo's age if I remember. And so yeah, so you get to meet all kinds of people, and I make an effort to just get out, just literally get out by myself. If I stay too much with the group, I don't get to meet Japanese. Japanese won't really approach you if you're with a bunch of tourists. There's Suzuko. She's the one that first got me going with the Airbnb, and she doesn't like to be taken pictures of. She's like, I don't talk to me, don't pictures. Okay, whatever. So it's kind of funny, And so yeah, so craziness in the one of these karaoke places. And so is Pierre there, and so it's kind of funny. Yeah, they're drinking, and I'm sitting there like, God damn, So there's Maya and Mickey and Pierre. This is where I first went to Sumino. So we had this pub and stuff, and that was with Jonah. I go work out all the time, so I like to keep in shape, keep my energy up, uh, and then I go shoot around a lot. And so I found gyms and stuff. They're hot. They don't have air conditioning that much lately. It's been hot. So this is in the village, and so we go see people in the village. It's pretty cool. And that's Hiroko, another friend I made over there. So she's yeah, she's trying different projects. She's got a family and all that, but she's trying to do different projects in the countryside. And we chat regularly, see what's going on. And yeah, that's me walking around. You know, there's Diego and Pierre and Bruno and myself. Anyways, so Deborah and Bruno again at the this is at the Izakaya, So local place I go, karaoke place again, which I don't even know all these people. When they start drinking, these Japanese, they go crazy. Like, and then I'm sitting there like, okay, what is this place? So this is the park in Osaka, one of the small parks. So it's kind of nice. Go out. Yeah, going out is a big thing. I mean, lunches and stuff. Patrick there, Bruno, Diego, Deborah. Bruno again. Bruno didn't stay. Bruno left. He couldn't handle being here. It was too difficult for him to stay. There's Suzuko here. That's at the ward and getting paperwork done because I didn't know which way to go, and she just got me there. This is from Nepal. Nepal. Yeah, it's from Nepal. Nepal? Yeah, Nepal. Kathmandu, right? That it. So, yeah, farm stuff. You know, fish farm, Mike's place. So Imperial. So I got a bit of that. Ryan. Oh, the fish guys. This is fish guys. So I threw a few pictures in there from my Florida stuff. People like that. Jerry, photographer at Mike's place again. So yeah, like I get to meet a lot of people in this journey. And all the stuff's going on. It's pretty interesting. So it reminds me as Mike Jotty, the owner of Imperial stuff. So we keep in touch. Jonah and I at the aquarium, the Osaka Aquarium, Kaiyukan. So yeah, like I say, it's adapting, right? Trying to figure out what we're doing, where we're going. All of us. It's kind of interesting because a whole group of people, we're all in the same boat, right? We're all in the same, trying to figure out what we're doing. If this is going to work out, me and the gyms and stuff. So yeah, like I can't find a good pharmacy. I can't find a good coffee. I haven't found pizza yet that's decent. I haven't, there's a lot of stuff. The food is okay. I'm not, I have to make my own food. I don't really like the food that much, Japanese. It's too carb oriented, too much rice, too much pasta and noodles and bread and pastries and then you're like, okay, where's the greens? So you don't really see a lot of greens like in the restaurants. They don't serve you a lot of greens. It's mostly like carbs and sauces and meats and stuff like that, or bakes. So they have tons of veggies and fruits. You just got to find them and stuff. So yeah, this is basically the dismantling of the property. This is farm stuff. The forest with Jonah and Jimmy. Jimmy lives there. Uh, so I just kind of random pictures, I kind of threw some I haven't sorted the stuff, so I'm just putting stuff up. But yeah, like I say, it's being in the comfort zone is hard here. Like you're missing stuff. Like the food is a big thing for me. So in the beginning, I'm doing a little bit better on the food wise, and then I cook a lot. I have to. I just don't like the food that much. It's too much prepared, right? They're really big in their packaging. Yeah, there's vending machines like literally everywhere, right? It's rice fields and villages, before harvest, or they're turning yellow. So basically, they like their convenience. The convenience stores are a big deal here, right? Everything is done convenient. I pay my bills through that. My electric bill, phone bill, rent, membership fees for sport place. Everything is paid through convenience stores. I try to do stuff online, but it gets complicated to pay bills online. It's you got to log in. Recurring payments are difficult to establish if you don't have a bank account that's set up. I have sort of a bank account in Japan, but I don't use it. I think it's only going to be used for if I have a job, so they can pay me, right? They pay me in yen. So, but it's hard for me to take money and to put it in the bank. Transfer it in yen, so you get charged for that, and then you put it in the bank, and then they take money from that anyways when you use the card. So the bank stuff is kind of, yeah, it's okay, it's there. And then Mount Fuji, there you go. Jonah and I Mount Fuji last August. So that's the top. Not that exciting. It's a pile of rocks. That's Mount Fuji again. So yeah, so that's at the bottom of Mount Fuji. So we just going up there and get going. And then it was a good time. It was a good time, but it's literally just a pile of rocks. I thought it was more exciting. I didn't see much because it's too cloudy. I was hoping to see cities when I was on top, and this cloud, it was white. You know, there's a bit of sun, but it was not like, there's like all the clouds are underneath. So, and so, you know, Joe and I are walking around temples and stuff in the summer. Summer is really quiet because it's really hot. So, yeah, you don't see too many people in the countryside. And then people stay in or whatever. So, yeah, comfort zone, food, adapting to food, transportation. I'm not used to transportation. The trains and the amount of people there is, it's incredible. I'm not used to that. You know, like the, you're looking at, I'm living in a small town in Florida, and then I come over here and it's millions of people. Millions of people. It's crazy. You know, and Osaka's not that great. I mean, it's a good city, I guess. You know, people like it, but it's, I still have a hard time understanding how people live here, right? They're just packed like sardines, and they live in little apartments, and an apartment is small. You don't know. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. Body parts of there's a bit of fruits and veggies or whatever, but that's all body parts of chickens. So we're like, we'll give it a try. It's not that exciting. So, anyways, beside the point. Yeah, it's crowded, right? And you have to do a lot soul searching when you're here because people are in their own world. You're surrounded by people that don't talk. They're busy walking everywhere, and they're it's amazing. You go on a train and it's packed with Joey. He's a good friend. Anyways, Hugo there. You're packed on the train and everybody's on this playing video games or and they don't talk. And a million, so it's okay, right? It's kind of cool. You gotta go on a train and there's millions of people with like just playing on the video games doing it, and then they wake up and get out the door, and then there's my daughter. So that's at Mike's place. So we're drilling tanks and putting racks together, and so that was last year. There's Hugo helping me with the plumbing. So like I say, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a lot of fun, and but it's a restart, right? I'm completely restarting my life for something else, right? Completely. Everything from Home Depot, all the places I used to shop, to all the routes and routines in the car, and you know, got rid of the car, got rid of all the material stuff, all the equipment with fish tanks, and like downsized. Like I downsized to, you know, a couple of carry-ons and a couple of bit of equipment, you know, and things like that. So, yeah, building racks at Mike's place. So, yeah, I got a lot of skills. There's no problem, but it's hard to do the skills here unless you can speak the language, right? So that's the part that makes it difficult. There's my daughter again. Um, so it's hard to be here because you have all this stuff in your head and all these things you want to do, and then everything's on hold. Drake, my guy, he's coming in September, so we'll be hanging out in Japan for a week and a half or something like that. Daughter again. So, anyways, yeah. So it's it's not easy, right? Trying to figure out where to get all the shopping done and all the stuff done, and then I'm such in a rush, right? So the last year and a half, all I did was how do you call it? Getting organized, getting my life organized, clearing up stuff, fixing stuff, so that I can, you know, put the property on the market, or just clearing up stuff so that I don't have to worry about stuff, right? My house is still in Florida. I got a friend staying there, and it's just non-maintenance, right? It's not, you know, a lot of people ask me if I should rent it or if I should do something, make money, but if you're trying to sell it, you're just trying to keep it going, keep it empty, keep it clean, keep the grass cut. Do the best you can from here. I wish I had more time there to close up the deal, but it was one of those things where the visa came in really, really fast. Right, the visa came in not fast, but last minute. Right, so literally 3 weeks before school started, I got the visa, and then I had to get it approved. I had to go to Miami and, you know, get it going, and then basically I got the visa 1 week, and then I ended up having to buy the ticket to get here, so I couldn't really shop for a ticket. And then I got here on the 5th on a Sunday, but left on a Friday, and then trip was 26 hours or something travel time, and then get there on the Sunday afternoon. So freaking tired from working so hard for the last you know year and a half, and then get an Airbnb. Orientation was on Monday, and then school started on Tuesday. And the first month was really hard. The first 2 months was, yeah, whatever. First part of this was too hard. And just didn't have a place to stay. Didn't understand anything. All the classes in Japanese. It's hard. It's hard. And so I ended up having to restart the class because I was just too far behind. Even though I made a lot of good friends, the classroom was amazing. I had to restart. So I ended up going back down and restarted, and then it worked. Like now I'm in it. I'm comfortable. I'm doing all the homework by myself. I do all the exercises by myself. I can, understand what they're saying. I can read mostly what they're writing on the board. So we're moving forward, right? But it's a little hard that I had to step back for a couple months. But at least I'm in it, right? And that's the part that's fun is I'm in it. And yeah, you meet all these people from different stores, and I am not shy. And this is the part why a lot of people like to hang out with me is because I will talk to everybody. I don't care. I don't give a damn, right? Of course, they're going to say don't talk to me, but so far everybody's real happy to talk to me. They won't come and approach you, but so I just say hi to everybody. It doesn't matter if it's a little lady on the side of the road or whatever. It's all the guys get in classroom. So it's very dynamic, right? So it's going on a lot. And it's Grace from the Philippines and Justin from US. So it's a lot of fun, right? It's a lot of fun. Oh, we got stuff going on. This connection's poor. Okay, so I'll have to check and see where we're having. Yeah, my streaming's not doing too well, so we'll probably pause it. You have to restart it, and go from there. So let's see. I might have to close this up, and if that works better, I'm not sure. So let me check the streaming stuff. Yeah, sometimes it could be a lot of stuff going on. So I don't know if it's my internet stuff, even though it's paid for. I'll have to check. So let me close that. I'm gonna restart, and yeah, I might have to pause this. Um, so yeah, so yeah, it's 5 o'clock. So let me check. I think it's still bad. If it's bad, then I'll new channel, manage videos, and see where we're at. And I don't know if it's working well, so we'll go live, and then I'm gonna go check this live stream. If it's no good, then I'll pause it and go from there. You see how the stream looking at it? Now it's back on the team. Okay, so I think I just had to close that. All right, so I'm gonna close that again. So the stream wasn't great, but now it's a little bit better. So I'm gonna close that up. So, anyways, so yeah, I had a breakdown there for a second. Not too sure what does it, but it's probably because I'm running too much on here and there's too much going on for the web. So I don't have a chat right now, so I'll have to look it over later. So we're here right now. I just did my half an hour. It's 8 o'clock. I'm gonna probably get going again, but yeah, if you have questions, ideas, and things like that, what I should talk about. I'm still learning this stuff, and I had to get the lights going. I had to get the phone, the camera, because this is not a regular camera. This is a external camera. I don't really like the computer camera. They're not very good. And then the microphone is exterior, this and that, and I still have to adjust parameters on this stuff. And there's Jay, photographer. So now he's a student, You know, he's in his 40s and he's figuring it out too. And, you know, and so we're all, you know, on this journey that like there's got to be something better, right? And it's being in Japan is not about, for me, it's not about the money. It's never been about the money. You don't come to Japan to make money, right? That's for sure. Right. You know, it's like I'm not here for, yeah, I mean, to meet people. I don't think I'm here for relationships, you know, like, yeah, there's people everywhere. Because it's hard for me to be in a relationship because I don't even know I don't even know where I'm going to stay. I don't even know, you know, what I want to accomplish with this new stage in life, you know. Um, so it's tough, right? So I mean, I live in a box now. It's really small. Like the apartments here, on average, in Osaka, probably like I mean, I'm not gonna be joking here. So if you get a 20 square meter, right? I don't know how many square meters. That's how they do it here. So 20 square meters, this is well, 19 square meters is about standard. That's everything, right? The bathrooms, the kitchen, closet, whatever, lobby, whatever. So it's really, really small. So that's a lot of people that get all excited. Oh yeah, man, it's cheap. The rent is cheap, but guys, you live in a box, man. You got a window and the window. Oh, I got a window. Yeah, but you're watching a concrete building next door. Right? There's no view. Right. So I mean, what's 19? I'm just curious. 19. And then it came right. So hey, check that out. So 19 square meters is about standard here, right? So which is about 200 square feet. Yeah, it's cheap. 200 square feet, guys. Think about it. It's not much. 10 by 20. A little bit more, 204 square feet. So that's the average size apartment here. 204 square feet. That's 10 by 20. You want to stretch it out, 21 by 10 by 21 or something like that. Holy shit. My house in Florida was 2,550. 2,500. No, more than that. Yeah, no, 20, yeah, 2,500 square feet, 2,000. So like 12 times, 11 times more, some crazy stuff. 11 times, yeah, 12 times more. So my apartment here is a little bit more. So we're looking at my place is 30 here. So because I needed a little bit, I couldn't live in these places. So I'm at 320. So, and that's small, right? So it's, can't have a workshop. You can't have nothing in here. I got my little studio. I got my table. I've got my bed, a couple of dressers, whatever. I put a counter for kitchen because the kitchen was too small. I couldn't do this stuff the way it is because there's no way I can cook in a kitchen that's like literally 3 feet by 2 feet is a kitchen. So I have to put an extra counter, some cabinetry, not cabinet, but some little pantry, get some extra cabinetry space on around. So it's not that much space, right? So yeah, you're paying $500 or $600 or $400 for these places. And some of the students live in places even smaller than that. They live in like literally 12 square meters, and that has everything. But it's so man, it's like a bed, a desk, a toilet, shower, and a tiny little refrigerator and a microwave and sort of a kitchen, right? And that's it, right? So there's a lot of that. So it's not that cheap. I don't think Osaka is that cheap. I think it's a gimmick. You pay for what you get. Yeah. Pay for what you get for. You know, you get what you paid for. So that's where you're at. Because yeah, my place is 320. I'm in Sakai, so I still have to do transportation. It takes me half an hour to get there. So I gotta slowly get going here because it's just want to close this up, say thanks for everybody, and then go from there. So I still got half an hour of traveling to do every day, depending if I'm late or not. So half an hour, 45 minutes of travel time. And then, yeah, that costs money, right? Train's not cheap. It's not cheap a day. People think it's cheap, but it still costs me per month easily over $100 a month in transport, right? So the trains and the buses and whatever you take, and I walk a lot too. So I don't have a bike. Biking is another story. It's a lot of bikes here, but there's a lot of rules. And so, anyways, so and then I have to get parking. And anyways, so biking is a little different ballgame for me. So it's a lot of walking. I do a lot of walking. I don't even know. I got my watch here or whatever. Check my vitals, but also the walking and like it's a lot of walking, a lot of stairs. They love their stairs, a lot of stairs. So yeah, up and down the subway, and then I do 5 stairs a floor, five floors of walking every morning to go to class. So I'm on the 5th floor. So if you're not on the 10th floor or 11th floor or whatever, then you have to walk the classes so that they only get the elevators for the people that are in the upper 10th floor, 11th floors, 12 floors, that stuff like that. So the classes are all in these towers, right? So yeah, so there you go. Here's welcome to Japan, and so I'm still adapting. Right, culture is different. Everything's different. Everything. The rules, the paperwork, transportation, food, the people that you meet. It's I went from literally a fish out of water. I am completely out of my comfort zone. So you get the bond with all these kids, and they I kind of became a star over there, I guess. Everybody's figuring out how I'm doing and checking up on me, make sure I'm okay. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You know, I'm not dying. So, still in really good shape and my brain's still sharp. It's difficult to learn though, because I guess my pathways are set differently. And so they've been anchored. So it's hard to rebuild. I can feel it. 4 hours of class every day is a long time, but it's intense. There's a lot of stuff and it's every day. Yeah, off on the Saturday, Sunday. Today I have tutoring at 4 o'clock with Yuna. So peace for that. And then she helps me a lot because the class, we don't have time for questions a lot. So it's just go, go, go and go from there. Right? Countryside's like the best. Countryside, the rivers, freaking forest, nature, the food, everything's better over there. I don't understand why people are living in cities. They don't get it. They're too comfortable in the city and living in a box. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know if I can last it 2 years there. I'm going to try to get some kind of certification within a year. I can't see myself living here 2 years. I just can't do it. And I have to get going, right? So that's my goal. So, anyways, on that note, whoever's watching, thanks. Peace. Love you guys. Miyuki is in the village. She really cool. Anyways, and Patrick and Jay at the onsen in the village again. Villages. The onsen is a hot spring, or yeah, hot spring. So yeah, just hanging out. Beautiful valley, lots of mountains, lots of trees. So we'll go from there. I don't know what to talk about. Like I'm just gonna go by day, go through what I go through and what I see, and then show you how I live and stuff like that. And we'll go from there, right? And so you guys have a good evening, and I'm gonna get going. I gotta get the class. Here's my Japanese book, right? All this stuff, the craziness. Oh man. So matane, no, matai macho. See you later, and we'll talk from there. So sayonara, peace.